Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, I'm really grateful to the UNDP to be invited to share with you the example that we managed to develop in Croatia. I prepared one slide having in mind that, one picture says more than 1,000 words. So I hope that slide that will be on the wall will explain you how we managed to create the system, actors and mechanisms for cooperation between government, citizens and civil society organizations in Croatia. I completely agree with Carmen and previous speakers when we are talking about trust. I think that when we start to work on our model 15 years ago, it was all about the trust, and it was all about the capacity building of both sides. So you couldn't speak about development and cooperation if you don't have resources on both sides for the cooperation. So I remember 12 years ago when we worked on the new law on association. I was at that time in the government office for cooperation with NGOs, and we sent the draft of the law on the 15,000 of NGOs registered at that time in Croatia, and we received only one written comment. That was something that we have to think about that at that time, but we did not give up. We said, okay, we receive only one comment, but there is probably a lot of comments on the ground. We have to go to these people and to discuss with them and explain what we want with the law on association. That's a crucial law for the civil society development in Croatia. And after that exercise, when we go on a region, on the local authorities, discuss with people, we received hundreds of comments, and people understand what we are talking about and what is the value of that new law for themselves and for their organizations. So this is where I think we really have to think about the capacity building and readiness to build the trust between us, whatever side we are. We are not on the different sides. We are all on the same side, but with the different functions that we are working on. So our civil society organization at that time was very fragile, very atomized. Citizens did not understand what we are talking about when we say civil society. One organization conducted the research interviewing people on the street, asking, what do you think, what is civil society? And the majority of them say it is something opposite than military society, probably. It was even imported language from the donor community that was at that time present in Croatia, and citizens do not understand what we are talking about. So things already now changed. But you have to have in your mind that we are on a long road, that it will not happen over the night, the development and trust and cooperation. So we made step by step. We create, as you can see, this concept. There is no hierarchy on that. Everybody is in the cycle, government, local and self-regional government, citizens, civil society organization, our foundation as a part of this structure. So we built the structure having three institutions working on the support to the civil society development. It is the government office, Council for Civil Society, and our foundation. Our foundation is public foundation, but the independent management structure. And we are not, jeopardized by any of the political parties or daily politics. The added value of the Council for Civil Society Development is that it has the 26 members Half of them are coming from the civil society organizations elected by their colleagues on the ground, on the local, regional level. So the people elected these representatives in the government, in this Council for Civil Society Development. And the council is consultative body to the government. So everything that is related to the civil society development and that is tackled the everyday life of the citizens is firstly discussed in this council. So council is also involved in a lot of legal framework that were improved and developed in these 15 years. What I think it's very important for all our transitional countries is that we have a vision, what we want to do, work on the trust building, capacity building, mechanisms and systems that could be really implemented in our countries. You couldn't copy something that was developed in another country, but you can localize that and see if there is any advantages for your country as well. This is where I think that we have to have in our mind that we are not running the 100-meter run, we are running the marathon, and there is no completely designed democracy in the world. So we are learning from you, you are learning from others. You know, it is the constant process. We can just pick up some things that could be valuable for our countries and try to work with our citizens to do our best to create better living conditions, opening this space for everybody. As you can see on the small circle, this is our contribution from the foundation. So we managed to have the Center for Cross-Sector Partnership, having these people from all three sectors together, working together. We have a knowledge hubs where the organizations from civil society who has the knowledge in the different teams like human rights, advocacy, youth, culture, environment, they are supporting other organizations who are now on their way to be accountable and credible. We also have the regional community foundations who are helping on the local level to distribute the money where the needs are. And we have regional networks, and as one of the example, how the know-how on better governance in civil society should be implemented. I already have the notice that I have 1 minute, so I will stop with that. I hope that this picture will give you some thoughts that you can think about it and to see how you can implement the similar model in your countries. Thank you.